Hello, friends. Susan Axelrod here, the Confidence Coach. Welcome to the Confidence Zone. Today, I was a panelist for the Living Healthy List Meaningful Conversation podcast. The topic was one that is very important to me, very near and very dear to me, because it's been life-changing for me, and it's possible that it's even been life-saving. Physical resilience. The theme for Living Healthy List this year is resilience. The experts at Living Healthy List, in so many ways, through so many conversations, the beautiful magazine, the blog, the podcasts, the discussions, the engagement, the offerings, are exploring resilience. Resilience, wow. Resilience to me is when your soul is able to come rising up in you. That's resilience. It's not that you don't fail. It's not that things don't go wrong. It's not that you don't suffer from drama or trauma. It's when you have this sense of self, when you have what I call agency, and you can see in your mind's eye an opportunity to go forward, to walk through, to break through, to really rise again. So in physical resilience, this has shown itself to me so many times. In my earlier years, when I was very sedentary, I was much heavier than I am now. And I had no exercise regimen, and I had no thought regimen about anything physical, because I was in this dearth of ability to see myself in that way. All I could see was the sedentary, and all I could see was my not being able to do things like get to the gym because I was so busy. That's not really what it was, but I thought that it really truly was. And there were just many blocks, barriers, and resistance that I myself had to, first face before I could work through them. So many years ago now, many years ago, my daughter helped me break through those blocks, barriers, and resistance by going into the gym and lifting a weight. Just a weight. I was so intimidated, but I had a deep desire to improve my mental health state of mind and improve my emotional well-being. And as such, when my doctor told me, if you want to get off anxiety medication, go to the gym. And somehow, by a miracle, I did. But honestly, part of my miracle was my own daughter, who had an interest in being a personal trainer. And so she acted as my accountability partner. I tell you without a doubt in my mind, if she hadn't been there at that time and we hadn't done that together, I don't know where I would have been today. 50 pounds heavier by now. I might have done it anyway. I just don't know. But I honestly don't believe that I would have been brave enough to really walk into a place that was strange to me, and I really didn't know. It seems funny to say, but this is the truth. And I know there's many others who feel that way as well about going to the gym. So in accountability, I created a personal health practice that has served me for, 15 to 20 years now, to tell you the truth. And the resilience part comes in this way. Anytime that I dip, anytime that I fail, anytime that I resist being physical, getting out, going to the gym, doing what I think I should be doing, or now I know it's what I want to be doing, I give myself space. I breathe through it and say, I'll go another day. Or I may actively reach out to my friend and say, hey, will you meet me there? Or we missed last week. Are we going this week? Because I mostly go only when she's there. In what? Accountability. So whatever it takes for you to see how it feels to feel better physically. This isn't about how you look or how thin you get, or how you look in a bathing suit, or how you compare yourself to anyone else. In our maturity, women, it's not about that. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a fool. I know about how I look. I know when I come on here, if I feel like I'm having a bad hair day or a good hair day or a bad makeup day, or I'm not feeling myself. I get it. I do get that. But the confidence comes from really the deep desire, the wanting to feel better, whether it's mentally, emotionally, or physically. Today on the in the podcast conversation, which I'll put a link to in the comments, we talked about how all these things are really intertwined. And so when you begin to feel better mentally, you begin to feel better physically, and vice versa. And so whether it starts with your physical, you get yourself outside to do a walk to the end of your block and back. That's how I started. Or whether you do some transformation mindset, use your affirmations, or you do breathing to really create open space to allow the good to come in. Whatever it is, your confidence will rise if you understand this idea of physical resilience. Your confidence will rise when you feel better. And when you feel better, you do better. And when you do better, you see yourself better through positive eyes, through loving eyes, with positive self-talk, instead of that old negative way that we used to see ourselves. So that's it for today, friends, here in the Confidence Zone. You will feel more confident if you understand this lesson about physical resilience. And physical can be translated into mental, emotional, and spiritual as well. Any of those well-being buckets, as I call it, that you choose to focus on and rise and resiliently, come forth again, will all support your personal well-being. All right, friends, that's it for today, live in the Confidence Zone. Thank you for joining me. Remember, it's your personal health practice. You get to create it. What does it look like for you? Take good care.